The following program's views and claims do not reflect those of Nexstar Broadcasting and KNWA.
Guys, welcome into the show. Thanks so much for being with us. We are going to do our Tones feature recipe for the month. I'm going to do a dish called Mediterranean halibut. I have some beautiful halibut fillets. It's going to get some nice feta, some black olives, some beautiful fresh tomatoes. It's going to be so good, man. We're going to do a nice side dish to go with it. So come on in over the kitchen. Let's get busy. This is Cooking Today. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Man, today we are rocking one of my favorite dishes. We're gonna do a really beautiful halibut Mediterranean style. Man, we're gonna combine some really good flavors with a nice meaty fish that I think you're gonna love. Let's get busy. We gotta get right into it. We're gonna make our like our topping for our Mediterranean halibut. So we need to put a few things together. And we're going to start by just cleaning some tomatoes. And we're going to use Roma tomatoes for this part of the dish. What I like to do with the Romas, I like to take them and cut them into quarters long ways, seed them, just by laying my knife flat against the board and taking that center section out. Just as if you were doing a jalapeno or any other kind of pepper. We want to just use this part of it right here. So we're going to get a couple more of these done. Then we'll get those nice and diced. Just show you the technique again. Just use your knife and let the board be your guide. Just like that. Pile up all the seed part, one section of your board, and everything that you want to keep in the other. Just like that. We'll do 3 of these guys. We have a couple of small fillets of halibut. And this is one of the stars of the dish, the tomatoes. Just clean those guys up. We'll get a good julienne and a dice. And from here you can work really quickly with the leftovers of what you're using. Just go with the julienne first on all of it, or as much of it as you can stand before it starts to crowd you. And that's about half. So we'll just go right across all of it, just to save us some time from having to dice each one separately, right into the bowl. And we'll just keep going here and finish up our tomatoes. These have good flavor. Man, if you can find them right now where they're local and fresh, they're really good. We have some good farmers that are really ahead of the game. A lot of people are using greenhouses now, so they're getting a really good jump start on the growing. And man, I'll tell you, California, they are on water restrictions. It's hard. It is vital to our community that we grow our own vegetables, our own fruit, anything that you can eat, something you should try and grow. If you haven't tried to grow it, you need to give it a whirl. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. So we have our tomatoes. We're going to take the juice of 1 lemon and add it to this mixture, like so. Same thing with the other half. And I got all the seeds they collected right in the palm of my hand. I think I heard one just hit. Got it right there. Just like that. Really easy. We're going to add some beautiful tones, granulated garlic, a couple of tablespoons, sweet leaf basil, also from Tones, Again, a couple tablespoons. We'll also add to that some minced onions. This one is a brand new one I've not yet opened, so we'll take that guy off. Just get right into it because we need a couple tablespoons of the minced onions. And boy, when they rehydrate, they're going to be good, good, good. We'll take some black olives as well, and we'll use the jarred stuff. You take whatever you can find. If you can find them fresh in your deli, you go right ahead and get them. They're all good. It's a good brand. We'll take out, half a cup. Just give it a little bit of a better chop. We don't want them so big on top of our fish. Just get it right in there. Last thing we'll do, take out some feta cheese. You buy whatever brand you like, whatever you like. It's totally fine with me. We'll get half of this block, and I'm going to crumble it up right in there. And what I'll do from here is take all of this and give it a good mix together. What we'll do from here, let me get a quick wash. What we'll do from here, we'll take our beautiful halibut fillets, and I'm going to put them right down on this pan. That's a non-stick pan. No oil or anything. Make sure your fish is as dry as you can get it before you get it in that pan. We have the oven set at 425. What we'll do here, take all of this love and top it right on top of the fish. Get as much on there as you can. Pile it up if you can. All that's left around the edge of the pan, get it right up against that fish. Man, and this is going to go in the oven until our fish is nice and flaky. When we come back, you guys, we're going to prep our vegetables to go along with this. We have some beautiful zucchini squash, yellow squash. Man, y'all come on back with me. This is cooking today. Y'all stick around. Okay, everybody, welcome back. And I'm going to do a little maintenance here before we go any further. I have my fish already cooking in the oven. Now, what I really want to do to it, once it's gotten going just a bit, I'm going to remove it for 1 second. Because to it, I'm going to add a little bit of wine. I wanted to get that sear going in the bottom, but we want to add enough wine that it covers the entire bottom of our skillet. Probably half a cup. And then the whole thing goes right back in. And just let it continue to cook until that fish is ready, till it's good and flaky, and you're confident that it's done. Man, whatever temperature you like. And so we're going to move on, continue on with our dish. We're going to do a really cool squash mixture to go with it. And we're just going to get rolling. We got some good garlic. We're just going to chop our garlic up. It's going to give really good flavor to the squash, the leeks, red bell pepper, good flavor, asparagus, some fresh basil, going to be nice. Just get this nice and cut up. We're going to take 1 shallot bulb, and we want to make sure we remove the skin, just like any other onion. Just get rid of that outer layer. That outer layer will be bitter most of the time. It won't have the sweetness that the rest of the onion does. I mean, it was the part that was attached to the dirt, so we don't want to deal with that. Just get our shallot nice and chopped up. Just like that. Do the same thing to the other half. Always build a good bridge. Make sure your fingers are protected when you're using a knife. We have plenty of shallot and garlic ready to go. And we were also going to go ahead and get our skillet going here. We'll get that guy, the dual burner, going. Turn it up to about medium while we prep the rest of our veg. And what I like to do with the squash, I like to cut it in half and then give it a cool look, man. I always want it to look nice, so instead of just doing a straight chop, I'll always go like on a bias, on an angle like that, so that gives me a little bit more to put on the plate. Nice and thin, just like that. That looks great. We'll do the same thing with our zucchini squash. We got our yellow squash all done. We'll do this same cut to the zucchini. Just like that. And this is one of those dishes that you can just use for, man, all kinds of applications. We'll take our good red bell pepper here and just clean it like we normally do on Cooking Today. We always cut from lobe to lobe right off of there so we can leave all those ribs laying. There's all that stuff we don't want to use. It can be gone. We'll take our bell pepper, the usable lobes, and just get them to a nice cut. Whatever you want to do with those is fine. If you want to give them on a bias, just like you got the squash, works beautifully. Same thing, just a good cut in half. Get those cleaned up. Now we want to add some other onions to the dish, and we're going to add some nice leeks. We will be using today the leek tops. So I'll clean the very top edge of the leek off, so I'm not using that. But we use these nice tops here. Just get them cut up. Fresh. You hear that crispiness they have? Good flavor too. I mean, dynamite flavor. And that's it. Got our leek all washed and there's no dirt down in there. Man, we got some asparagus we're going to add to the dish as well, and some fresh basil. So let me grab some butter out of the fridge. We'll get 1 stick of butter. We'll use about half of it here. Get it going right in this pan right here. Now, we also want to make sure we keep out our wine. We're going to need our wine to deglaze because we're going to let the shallot and garlic go first in the pan, and we do not want to burn them, and we'll be adding all the rest of the ingredients later as all that cooks down. So we got to make sure we hang on to our wine. But we want to get our butter really good and melted here before we move on. And I'm just going to peek in at that fish, just so I can tell you it's looking beautiful. Cannot wait till you get a hold of that. You guys, we're going to let our butter just continue to melt here. When we get back, we're going to bring it all together. Man, everything's going to show up beautifully for you. We cannot wait to show you this dish. Y'all stick around for Mediterranean halibut. This is Cooking Today.
Text TONES to 31996 to get Cooking Today's Tones and Weber recipes delivered to your phone.
Okay, everybody, our butter is there. It is brown, looking good, all melted off. We're going to add our shallot and garlic right in here. And we're just going to let that go. This is one of my favorite times in a dish like this. You know why? Because we have some of the best flavors in the world, some of the most basic flavors in the world rolling through our kitchen. Man, you wave that around, people come running from miles, I'm telling you. And this is one of those things, I'm telling you, just like bacon, I wish shallot and garlic and butter were a perfume flavor. I would have all the girls, I'm telling you. Man, it's going to be good. Just before we get to the point that we're burning our garlic, we want to hit it with some white wine. Just so we don't get any bitterness out of that. Then, what we'll do, start rolling all our vegetables right into there. Everything we got. It's going to cook down and be dynamite. Look at those colors, combination of flavors. We're going to get our salt and go around in the dish twice. So 2 rounds of salt in there. We're also going to go a couple of rounds with black pepper, just like that. Now, the last thing that I'm going to prep for the dish, well, next to the last, I will prep some fresh asparagus. We'll just use the top 3 sections. I'm going to get those right in here into the mix. Because the longer this cooks, the more it goes, the more cooked down it's going to be. They're gonna just start to wilt down, and I'll have way more space than you think in the pan. And I'm going to get out a rubber spatula, get out a little cooking today swag out of here, and just start to mix that up. That smells so delicious, you guys. I mean, I can't tell you how great all these flavors come together. We're just going to let that guy roll on. We have some fresh basil. We'll use, I don't know, a good tablespoon or so. And just a little chiffonade on that. Goes right in here with these veggies. All of that has to go in there. Just another little dynamic. So you just want to get it all moving. Let everything start to work together. Light, beautiful, not too much fat, just a little bit of butter. Get back in there. Delicious. Let's check on our fish. Let's check on our fish. See how our fish is doing here. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? Oh, our fish is done. Our fish is nice and flaky. And you can see that we did not break down a whole lot with the tomatoes. You can still see nice chunks of the feta cheese in there. How beautiful those look, man. That is going to be delicious. We just got to finish up our side dish to go with it. We've already added in our basil. Just got to let it cook down. Ooh, ooh. We're going to add a little spicy. Got to give this a little spicy. Half a teaspoon crushed red pepper flakes, just so it has some love to it. Cannot forget the crushed reds in this. And I'll tell you what, the combination of the basil, the butter, the shallot and garlic, the wine, and all the rest of it, man, the squash, the red bell pepper, that's got me hungry right there. If that's not getting you hungry, I don't know what will. I will not ever get you hungry if that's not getting you hungry right there. Let's get ready to see what it looks like on a plate. Let's see what we come up with here. So we'll grab a fish spatula. I have a special one. Special little spatula right here. Real thin guy. Works perfectly for getting fish out of a pan like this. So we'll take our Mediterranean halibut. Look at that. Look at that right there. In fact, wait. What we're going to do here, we're going to serve that right on a little Betty. We're going to give ourselves a little Betty of fresh basil. Just like that, so it has a little color underneath. Bam, just like that. Look at that. Then we'll take our vegetables that are ready to rock, that are soft, beautiful. Make sure we get a little bit of everything to go on our plate right here, this side of our fish. Make sure you get some asparagus. Make sure you get some of that leek. That is beautiful. Make sure you get some of that good juice in there, just a little bit to run on your plate, just like that, man. And you have a beautiful dish. Look at this. This is Mediterranean halibut with chef-style Mediterranean vegetables, made with so much love, man. This is cooking today.